it's me, Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. If you have not, sub to the YouTube. This is a bonus video. Let's talk about it. WWE, they are using TNA for viewerships. I said it. You heard me. No, I ain't tired of this narrative on how TNA, they need WWE. No, baby. NXT, they've been struggling for months, maybe even a year or so, to keep consistent viewership. It is no longer the black and gold Triple H era, no longer the Charlotte Flair, the four horsewomen coming up, and you had those fantastic matches such as Bayley and Sasha at NXT TakeOver, and it was talk about matches on NXT. Those days are over. It's no longer the Triple H era. Those days are over. It's no longer the NXT 2.0 version. Those days are over, where Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction were the sex appeal and the wrestlers, and they were still getting decent ratings. Now, it's the Shawn Michaels show. And the Shawn Michaels show, his viewerships haven't been the best. NXT viewerships haven't been the best even before he started being creative. It started to go downhill. That's why they do the NXT 2.0, because they were trying to rebrand and get more viewerships. Notice how we don't see anybody from TNA showing up on Monday Night Raw. Notice we don't see anybody from TNA showing up on Friday Night SmackDown. They aren't struggling. Yeah, they don't have the viewerships, 3 million, 4 million, like back in the day. It's not going to get there. Wrestling is not as popping as it used to be when every kid was wearing a Stone Cold John Cena shirt. But Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, they're not struggling. So they don't need no TNA people to help them with viewerships. But NXT is struggling. That's why they have Joe Hendry coming every week. I believe in Joe Hendry. That's every damn Tuesday we hear that theme song at this point. Is he a TNA star or is he an NXT star? Because I'm starting to forget, since he's always on NXT every week now. And now they're so desperate, they need him in the house shows to get viewerships and tickets for the house shows. Yeah, you're saying viewerships for house shows. A lot of people like to film and post it online, and then those get views on X on Facebook. But now they're not getting as much traction even with their online stuff. So now they need Joe Hendry, who had won the top 100, wasn't he on the top 100 chart? We have Joe Hendry, who's always on NXT, bringing a boost to NXT ratings. Notice how they don't really send that many top stars to TNA NXT, but they always want Jordynne Grace, who's a top, well, hell, she's one of the top women stars of that Knockouts division. Might I even add, she may be the top woman star of the Knockouts division. When you think about TNA Knockouts, she's the first person you think of. And now we have Joe Hendry, one of the biggest stars in wrestling right now, and one of the top stars in TNA. And they always have him in NXT every week. And it made me think, NXT has been doing a lot for viewerships. The rebrand 2.0, now they're having Joe Hendry show up every week. It's to the point I don't even want to watch TNA anymore. I watch Raw, don't watch NXT, I watch AEW, I watch TNA, and I watch SmackDown, and I'll watch Collision after I record it in the background. And yeah, I've been a TNA fan since the Beautiful People, Shark Boy, Suicide, Beer Money. I've been watching WWE since I was 7, going to SummerSlam next week. So I support all products. But let's be real. I am so tired of this narrative that TNA needs WWE. It looks like the only person that needs so-and-so, it is WWE NXT that needs TNA top stars such as Joe Hendry and Jordynne Grace every week on their show to get a rating boost. A crossover is supposed to be special. It's not supposed to be every damn week. Oh, they brought the Rascals. I'm happy for any TNA star that's getting the NXT experience, the WWE experience, the WWE television experience. Hell, if they did a crossover annual event, TNA and WWE, I would watch it if it's an annual thing. But every damn week it's a crossover. Seems like you guys are struggling, and you guys need TNA to bring you some viewerships. The Rascals, I was happy for them. They're gonna drag it on. They're probably gonna drag it on for a month. Joe Hendry, Hasn't he been part of NXT for a month now? Why is he still there every week? Why can't they just let him focus on TNA? So that being said, TNA is actually helping WWE out, because you notice every week WWE is wanting a TNA star on their fucking show, because they can't hack it without any TNA star on it. They do know that TNA is going to give them a little buzz in this partnership and the Forbidden Door. A lot of WWE fans or wrestling fans, OMG, it's finally happened. But you notice that, again, they've never been on the main roster yet, because the main roster isn't struggling like NXT. Also, I do want to add, TNA is starting to become NXT 2.0. With this crossover all the time, TNA is losing their identity. Because if you watch TNA, they're always mentioning NXT on what happened on NXT. And if you're like me, who don't watch NXT no more, and you're watching TNA and all they're doing is talking about what happened to NXT, it kind of feels like, oh, this is NXT 2.0 all over again. But this time, it's NXT Part 2 on Access TV on a show called TNA, which they may just need to rebrand it as NXT 2.0 if this continues. I love TNA, I love WWE, I love AEW, I love wrestling, and I love that each company has their own identity. So that being said, I hope this shit doesn't last for another 2 months where every week it's a crossover. Let the crossover be special, just like the Marvel movies where it's a crossover and we're so surprised, we're so stoked and shocked because they're crossing over for one movie, and then it's an annual thing. Cool. It's not every movie where, like I said, I like to give visuals where Spider-Man is in another Marvel movie, or where another Marvel character is always in a Spider-Man movie. No, they have their own villains, they have their own storyline, they have their own identity. Just like TNA has their own characters, their own storyline, their own identity. But soon, that shit's gonna start to phase out once it's crossover every damn week. So I do hope that TNA and WWE, they do come up with a pay-per-view and it's an annual thing. But I just want to make it clear, NXT, they are using TNA for some ratings. I said it. NXT is using TNA for the ratings because NXT needs that boost. And a lot of people that say TNA ain't shit, notice how NXT ratings are going up every time the Rascals, Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace show up. So they are shit if NXT is always asking them to come back. So it may be the NXT TNA every Tuesday. You may always see someone from TNA. But for the NXT fans that like NXT for NXT, kind of feel bad for you guys because now it's going to be TNA Part 2 on NXT. So if you don't like TNA and you watch NXT, unfortunately you're going to be forced to watch TNA every week on Tuesday because they're lacking without TNA presence. So I'm tired of that narrative. TNA needs WWE. Both of them are helping each other out. I'm making that clear. They're both helping each other out. I'm not saying that WWE is not helping TNA, but at this point it looks like NXT needs TNA more than TNA needs NXT. Again, I watch all shows. I'm going to SummerSlam next weekend. So I paid my hard-earned money to go to SummerSlam, just like I went last year when they were here in Michigan, and now I'm driving 3 hours to go to Cleveland to watch again. And I paid for my ticket. So before you say, oh, you hate WWE, no, I don't, boo. I've been watching WWE since I was 7. I remember I went to WrestleMania 23 as a birthday gift as a 11-year-old because that's how much I love WWE. And my single mother took me there as my birthday gift because that's how much I loved wrestling WWE. So don't even go there with me, boo. But I'm just speaking facts and what I feel. Sub to the YouTube, Marquelworld. I'll see you guys on the next video. Subscribe. Peace.